The goal is to try and get as much speed as you can through there, because it does flatten out the further you go in, and then use a bit more of the slope then. It's weird, that pocket there is fine. That is all black, and then the dirt gets browner then as you come through, so that'll improve. Somebody else did this, so this is a optional out and in, which, yeah, so it gives you a little bit of something different to try. But then there's a few routes, I'm just going to clean them through. Sniper routes. It's a bit cleaner now, at least there's no roots to get trapped on as you're coming in. I'm still 50-50 on this, whether or not I prefer going this way or the original line. But I'm not averse to it. It's not a bad option, but I think going the traditional way is easier because you've got much more time to set up and you haven't got to come out, go through, and then you've got to be a bit weary coming out here. You don't wash the front out and face plant any of these routes here, so. But probably on a downhill bike it does give you a better run. Alright. I guess a bit like Ginger Monkey with the top jump, this jump down here is the nemesis of this trail. Somehow I'm going to try and get all this dirty junk out, substitute it. I think I can maybe try and put some rocks on the bottom. I'll see what I can do. Hopefully I can get this running again. Oh, stinky. It smelled as bad as it looked. Because of the slope of the jump, if I try draining that way, I'm going against the grain. I think what I'll do, I'll cut a section out of there, fill it with stone, put it in, put a stone layer across the top then. I've dug that drainage ditch deeper now. So I've cut the drainage pipe, which was the right patch, split it in two, filled it with stone, and then packed the stones around it. Dug that pit a bit deeper, and just, yeah, surrounded with stones. Just put a light sprinkling of dirt on there, and that's it. Play the waiting game now. It couldn't be any worse anyway. That dirt was, I've still got some on my hands on it. Oh my god. I don't know, it just smells like a cross between chicken shit and manure. So I got Fox 40s for the downhill, which I much prefer to RockShox boxes, or just like that, thicker stanchion, and I prefer the front axle with the two sets of pinch bolts either side, retaining it. I wasn't much of a fan of the RockShox boxer where you had the axle and then it was like a flange or an expanding collar on one side that you would tighten up, and yeah, I just never seemed to be able to figure that out properly, whereas with this it just seems like a more traditional setup, like a motorcycle. The other good thing as well with this TR11, the rear wheel size is a 148, so it's a standard boost size. So what I tend to do is I run a rear wheel on this, my trail bike, and I'll swap them over. The front wheel then, I also use that on the Sentinel park bike that I built up recently. So it gives you a myriad of options to be able to swap parts over. So usually I'll just swap the cassettes over, and yeah, works brilliantly. Really like that idea. It's a shame more manufacturers don't do it. Just saves you so much money as well. Right. Hopefully I haven't forgotten how to ride this. Whoa! Need lots of front then. Oh, that wasn't good. Need to do that again. Whoa, fucking hell. So this is the shark fin after the 2 gap jumps at the start. I couldn't resist a little fiddle. Exit. I think I'm done here now. Before I do, I need to settle the nerves and get a full run in. Let's go. Oh, missed the track then. Just to remember to get. Oh, let's go cheeky. Yeah. Lazy, lazy. Right. I'll take it loose. All right. Go on, Dad. Better. Oh, it takes a while to get used to this thing. I'd say there's probably about 10 mil left with them. I've got about 95, either 95 or 97 psi in them with 3 volume spacers. I think I'd forgotten how much you've got to push into that that berm. You've really got to trust it and push right into it and fire it out. Definitely lots of marbles there. I thought I'd show you some of the things that I bring up with me when I come up to do building. So front compartment, I've got some screws there with me. I've also got a hammer in the back compartment there. So this isn't hand sanitizer as it says on the bottle there. What I do is I bring up some white spirit with me, and I have got a lighter here somewhere. Got a Zippo, food there. Yeah, so yeah, I've got my Zippo there. So if I want to burn some debris, twigs, things like that, just to clear out through some sections, I can always get a fire going. Snacks, Mars bars, Jaffa cakes there, just energy to keep you going. Yeah, got those there. And spares, old set of Troy Ace, I think Ace 2 gloves, which, yeah, it's about time I got rid of them. Most important part I find is keeping hydrated, so I'll always bring up bottles of water. So I've finished those 2 already. Usually I bring around about 2 to 3 litres of drinking fluid with me. I've got some in here now with some electrolytes and a berry flavour, which of these are nice. Normally I'll just bring some in Lucasade or something sweet. I've got some in to look forward to for quenching the thirst. Spare top, just in case, because it can get cold. Hammer, last but not least, which I would say is an absolute game changer since getting it. Music box, which is 100 watts, good battery life, 15 to 18 hours. So like you could literally like go from morning to night with it. And then I've also got my MP3 player as well, which I use with that. Now with the warmer weather, yeah, it's really important to keep yourself hydrated. and not dehydrate. So I'll save that for later. That'll be my treat to look forward to, as well as Jaffa cakes and a Mars bar. And yeah, that's my bag. I'd say that's the top third section of the new trail. I'm building complete. The jumps have been left out right now. Surprising the dirt is still tacky and wet there. Last night when I had the chainsaw, I just came up and cleared for this section here, which used to be an optional one that the boy Howell had built. And it was only when I was coming up looking for wood, I noticed that the tree had come down, and at least that's running now, so if somebody wants to come up and give it a little clean through, and really needs just raking out, that's all. Yeah, my chainsaw wasn't cut in so well last night, let us take that. Very grabby, but then I had problems with fuel, so I was in between two minds of whether or not, if I was going to stop and sharpen it, it wasn't going to start back up again. And that's that E10 ethanol fuel, which is absolute garbage. It's like you've got to use it and then junk it, because as soon as you leave it sitting around, it just gums up, and there's no octane at all with it. Plop her through, you can come off that main line and just watch it up, and then back to the other section then. So